Okay, this is going to be my next project. So I like building new mechs out of pieces from all of my MechWDA Dark Age stuff. Gives me something new and unique to work from. And this particular mech that I'm working on, I don't have a name for it yet, but I do have a concept for it. So I was going to show you guys this. If you're looking to duplicate this, this is the torso of a Warhammer 2C clan version. I have, as you can see here, shaved off the right side SRM launcher, and the legs are from a Avalanche, and the arms are from the MechWDA Dark Age figure. I believe it's called a oh gosh, I can't remember the name of it, but I'll post it when I look it back up. But I kind of got a cool idea for this. My idea is that these mechs that I'm working on are salvage jobs in the Dark Age. So they're going to be mishmash of different mechs and technologies. And this particular one, I kind of envisioned as a model that was slapped together and repurposed for war, but some of the parts were used from a mining or salvage mech. So the idea, at least in my mind, is that this mech is about 60 to 65 tons. I haven't worked up the stats yet, but I believe it'll be about 60 tons. Pretty good armor. Moves in. It's got a drill bit that is able to pierce mech armor. And on this arm, as you can see, there is a standard mech actuator for the hand. And then around it is a much larger grappling hand. And so the idea is that this mech will run up to point blank range, latch on with the left arm, lock it in place with the grapple arm, and then proceed to use the right arm to drill into a vital area. Now, the weapon that's going to go on the shoulder here is actually off of an N-scale elf bait gargoyle that I wanted to do something different with one of the arms, so I shaved this off, and it's going to sit right on there. It kind of balances most of the time. If I can get it to sit, and sometimes it won't. Depends on how I've got the torso twisted there. I'll be pinning that in place, but I looked at this as like a rotary AC5. There we go. Rotary AC5, SRM6, and a drill arm and a grapple arm, and it's going to probably have triple strength mimers. I didn't like the standard cockpit that is normally on a Warhammer 2C. As you can see, this is what one looks like. This has been remodified. This one has the legs of a Nova Cat. Otherwise, it's just the upper body of one of the variants of the Warhammer 2C with Nova Cat legs, and I think it looks really good. I'm just going to paint that guy later. And this one is my third unit, and this is a mock-up that I have done for a woodsman. And I used the upper body of a Warhammer 2C, and the arms are off of a what is it called? Hellstar. And the legs, lower body and legs, are from a Nova Cat, and then from the knee down, those are Thunderbolt legs. And then I did some work with some Sculpey putty to block out the torso, and I think it's a darn good representation of a woodsman. Actually stands on its own. The arms are semi-posable. They can move in and out, and it can rotate at the waist. So These are part of a lance that I'm putting together that I've kind of envisioned as a, they're probably in clan space. They've salvaged different mechs, and they are running whatever they can. Thought it's a much more interesting thing. This is the cockpit glass I'm going to be using in place. It's off of a blade, so that's going to go on there. And I'm thinking about painting this guy up, especially in some construction colors. And I'm going to try a few new techniques to get some worn look to it, so that the paint looks like it's been scraped off, especially since this guy engages in a lot of upfront combat. It would make sense that his armor is going to be pretty battered compared to these other guys. Sorry if that's not in focus there. So anyway, that's my current project. I wanted to record it before I get started on him, and I'm going to do some other pictures and recordings as I go along. But I have a few ideas on making this guy. For those that are interested, there were no needed modifications to get the Warhammer torso and the I forget what this mech's called, but these arms pop right in. So you wouldn't have any problem. Just, you know, put it in some boiling water, soften everything up, pop it apart, stick it in, and you're good to go. And just looks like a pretty cool mech. I kind of like it. It reminds me sort of, it's like some type of monkey, maybe like a baboon or something like that. I may go with a simian name for it. I just got to look at some options there, but not too worried about that. It is kind of a one-off mech, and I'm going to paint it as such. So I'm not trying to make it any kind of unit colors. It's just going to be functional, and it's going to look like it has been repurposed from what it originally was, which was partially a construction mech that's been made into battle mech worthy. So that's it for right now. I'm going to go ahead and get this guy primered and start working on him, and I will post new videos once I get some more to show you. Hope you enjoy. Thanks.